Hello and thanks for joining me. Well, today's project's going to be a little bit different. Some of you that have been viewing my channel for a while might remember the ARW discussion. The Amature Redneck Workshop used to have this live YouTube event once a week, and a bunch of YouTube machinists would get together and just talk about whatever came up. Sometimes they'd have a topic, sometimes we'd just go in there and have fun. But anyway, Harold watched my Harding Lathe video and said, could you build me a set of drawers? So that's the project for today. I'm building a set of drawers for Harold. Anyway, let's get started. I got the basic box cut right here, and I got my drawer front sitting over here. Next step is to cut some dados. Okay, I made these pieces what they actually needed to be. In other words, he wanted it 20 by 14, but it's oversized here because of this stock I left on the dado. So I'm going to measure that thickness right there. And it's 7/16. So I'm going to cut these two sideboards 7/16 shorter than 14. Now if I measure across, it should be 14. Very, very close. Good deal. Okay, I'm going to try a little bit different kind of construction on this. I'm going to make some drawer slides rather than putting metal drawer slides in. But I got to have an exact measurement on the inside here, which is 12 5/8. That's why I got the clamps on there, just to temporarily hold it. Okay, I have a strong 1/8 of an inch there. Yeah, 1/8 inch at the top, 1/8 inch at the bottom, 12 5/8. That's what I needed it to be. Good deal. $18.5. That means the drawer sides, or the drawer fronts, need to be 18 1/4. Okay, kind of inventing as I go here. I got a change of plans. This was going to be fumed oak on the front and just birch plywood on the side. And I was going to fume this oak separately and apply it to the front after it was done. But I think what I'm going to do is apply it to the front, trim it to size, and then fume it. It'll eliminate some problems with trimming it and having some white wood show. And that's how I should have done it to begin with. Because fuming this won't hurt a thing. It won't darken. If it does, it'll be a minor amount, but the oak will darken nicely. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to glue these up. Okay, I got all the drawer parts cut to width and the drawer fronts cut to length. Okay, these three are the drawer backs, and I didn't really have to cut that dado in there, but I just did it because that much of it has to cut off. It's just, it'll be clear after I start assembling the drawers. That right there is a trimming bit. Okay, I'm kind of making this up as I go. I got an idea, and I don't know exactly how I'm going to implement it, but this is a drawer front, and this is the top or the bottom. So it's going to sit in there like that, and you pull out the drawer like that. But right here, it's about an 1/8 inch, and from this side is about an 1/8 inch. In other words, this is going to be the side of the drawer right here, and there'll be an 1/8 inch clearance between the side, which will be right here. Of course, we're looking at the back of it, but it'll be about an 1/8 inch clearance between the side. So basically, there's going to be an 1/8 inch, hopefully, 1/8 inch clearance there, 1/8 inch clearance on the bottom, and every drawer, between each drawer, will have an 1/8 inch clearance. So this right here, I got it up on a can right there just to make it easier to see. Right here I got a piece of 1/8 inch. It's just a scrap of wood. This is the side of the cabinet, and these are the drawer sides. And I got about an 1/8 inch between each one. And I got a line right here where the bottom of the cabinet will sit, like that. So I got an 1/8 inch between the bottom and each cabinet. I mean each drawer, 1/8 inch between each drawer, the bottom and the top. Anyway, 1/8 inch all the way around. So here's where I get creative, and hopefully it'll work. I'm going to embed these 1/2 by 1/2 pieces of oak in the side of the cabinet. And those are going to be our drawer slides. So I got to cut a dado in the side of the cabinet, and I got to cut a matching dado in the side of the drawer. It's going to be fun. But I think I can do it. I hope. So the dado in the side, because of that gap in there, the dado on the side of the cabinet will be real shallow so that I get enough engagement in the drawer slides, because that's going to slide on this. So just to look right, I'm going to have to mark that about in the middle, right here, here, and here. Okay, I just want them roughly centered. Absolute center is not necessary. Okay, the reason I drilled 2 holes there and not 1 there is because I did this once before with a small case, and I had a piece of wood with the grain going this way, and then I had these glued in, and it acted like a bimetallic strip. The expansion rate of this and the expansion rate of this were different because the grain was going different. Now on plywood it might have been okay, but still the expansion rate of this and the expansion rate of the plywood are going to be different, and the glue is going to bond really well, and it's going to make the cabinet or the sides try to warp. So I'm going to glue it right here and screw it right here and here. The screws will allow for movement. Make it flush with the front. Well, I got the pieces in this tub right here, and I'm going to put some ammonia in there. I've got them kind of halfway separated with blocks of wood, but I've found that you can just stack wood in there, even if it's face to face, flat surface to flat surface, that ammonia gets in there. Still, I like to keep them kind of separated just to assure a good even color. But I got a mask now, so I'm going to get the mask on. Play it safe and put some ammonia in there. Well, this stuff here is some seriously bad stuff. 28% ammonia. That cost me $50. Good insurance. Okay, got everything out of the fuming chamber. There's the drawer fronts. They don't look very dark until you put oil on them, but after that it really comes to life. And there's the sides. Notice this darkened, but this did not. Actually, this did darken a little bit, but very, very little. And first thing we're going to do is put this together. Let's put some drawers together. Like that. That'll go there. Okay, I put that clamp on there just to give me a very accurate measurement right here. This is the drawer back and it'll fit in this dado. Perfect. Now I should be able to cut all the drawer backs the same. Okay, now we got to cut some drawer bottoms. This dimension here is not super critical. Make it slightly under 13 1/4. But the other dimension is fairly needs to be fairly close. 13 1/4 by 17 1/4. Boy, what did I do? I misread the ruler somewhere. Crap. Well, I wanted that to be the same kind of wood, but that was the only piece of that I had. So I guess I'll put oak in there. Okay, this is the most critical part of the whole thing. I can make the drawers, I want to position the drawers toward the top just a hair because gravity will make them go that way. And they need to be a little bit bigger than the slide anyway. But if I err toward the bottom, I can fix it. If I don't, I'm screwed. Okay, if I can hit that mark, we'll be good. I hope. I hope. Okay, if I mess this up very bad, you won't be seeing this video. Looks good. Now I left the drawer sides a little bit long. That's why I made the bottom of the drawer a little short. I'm going to grind these off, sand them off until the drawer sits flush right here. Spacing looks good. Maybe a little narrow here. I think it'll be all right. Well, there it is. I think it looks pretty good. A little bit of variation in width. Most of that's just like a slight twist to the drawers. I'll put an oil finish on that and then put some drawer hardware on there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for hardware yet. I was thinking maybe wood, but I don't know. Yeah, I think I like it. I think that came out pretty good. What do you think? You think Harold will like it? I think he will.
Hello, it's me. Just a little short piece of video to acknowledge a very nice thing. I'm sure some of you remember when I made that monstrosity there to go under my chip pan and hold my tools, and it was too wide front to back, so it filled up with chips. You can see them right down in there, a bunch of them. So I said to myself, if this lathe's going to look good and an all new paint job, I'm not putting that junk back on it. So I had an idea. My idea was to call Winky's workshop and ask him if he would make me a cabinet to go under my lathe. And he sure did, and it came in just today, and his stuff's faster than my stuff. I'm not through putting things together, but look at this. Look at all the nice drawers I've got here. A lot of room in those drawers for tools and live centers and you name it. And I've got a little room left on the end there for junk cutoffs and stuff. And he made a really nice cabinet there. I was surprised that it looks that good. And the back of it looks just as good as the front. Let me walk around there. And there's the back. It looks just as good as the front. All the corners are smooth and round, and it all fits under my chip pan, so it won't be filling up with chips. So there you go. And I want to say thank you, Winky. This is more than I had imagined it being. It's just great, wonderful. And he shipped that sucker in a big old box with about 1 million pieces of styrofoam, and it came through the mail with no damage at all. So really good show. Okay, thank you, Winky. I'm gonna put a little brass plaque on there that says Winky Workshop Original.
Well, what do you think? I think Harold liked it. That was just a thank you gift for having the ARW discussion. Met a lot of very cool people. Probably needs to do it again. What do you think? Anyway, thanks for joining me. Be sure and subscribe and ring that bell.